time to tune in. Now another sports center, it's a movement.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Touchdown with yours truly, Doug Smith. Now I got the squad in the house with me here tonight. I got my co-host here with me, Mike Williams. What's going on, my friend?
What's going on, Doug? Man, great to be back, bro.
Yes, sir. Hey, super glad to have you back. And also as well, you got the undisputed champ himself coming out of Colorado Springs, Adrian Campbell. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, family? Glad to be back. Appreciate you having me.
No doubt, man. Hey, super glad to have you, man. Now we're gonna take it. Now, breaking news. This just happened within the last 24 hours. Now I'm reading an article, and I want to open up the floor. It's gonna be all three of us talking about this on our thoughts, the pros, the cons. How is this going to change college sports, recruiting, all of that good stuff? Cashing in on campus. College athletes rush to ink six-figure endorsement deals one day after NCAA lifts rules against profiting off name, image, and likeness. Open up the floor, man. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I think it's going to be a boon for schools that are household names that have deep pockets and deep donors. Like Michigan comes to mind, Stanford comes to mind. You got, Alabama, Florida, Miami, whatever. There's gonna be a boon for those schools because part of their recruiting is gonna be, hey, you come here. We have these donors who are doing these endorsement deals. This guy owns a car dealership, whatever, and they're gonna be making money. I heard like secondhand chatter at Michigan from like the Michigan circles that they're talking to people about $100,000 on average for almost every player a year to be going there. So if players know that they're going to go to a school like that and be able to make money, I think it's going to be a unfair recruiting advantage. It's going to definitely hurt like mid majors and stuff like that outside of the Power 5 conferences.
Wait, 1 sec. Are you telling me, Mike Williams, that Austin P University ain't going to win the championship next year? They can't beat USC?
You're right. I mean, that might be breaking news to see. They're going to be struggling though.
I feel that, man. Adrian Campbell, man, what you think, man?
Three thoughts on it. One, congratulations to the athletes. Two, get my man Reggie Bush his Heisman back. And three, give me my NCAA football game immediately.
You heard that, folks. I was thinking the same thing. Reggie Bush, not to go too much off topic. How stupid of that was that for them to take away his Heisman trophy? Dude is the best. I'm not going to say one of the best. He is the best college running back of all time. NFL, he had a pretty decent career, got a ring and stuff like that, played for a few good teams, had some dope highlights. But you take away his, man, I agree with you.
You can't take away the award, Doug. Like I said, it was a token gesture because, okay, so you take the statue away from him. Does that erase everything that he did on the field that season? Did he not go and abuse defenses all year?
Facts.
Ask the guys whose highlights where their ankles are getting mixed up, like CP3 the other day when he got crossed, even though they won. But ask the guys that Reggie Bush did up if he wasn't the best player in college. They're going to tell you he definitely was.
Absolutely. And what's dope, man, is that you have people come from different walks of life and different economic backgrounds. So. And remember, not everybody makes it to the NFL. And if you're against what I'm saying, what Mike's saying, what Adrian's saying, that's okay. Hey, go down below in the comment section. Let's talk about it. We're not here to crucify anybody if you disagree. I know Tim Tebow was very much so against it, and I love Tim Tebow. He's one of my favorite athletes of all time. But I'll say this. There's some players, whether it be a trailer park, whether it be the projects, whether it be rural areas, they just come from. Sometimes they're just economically disadvantaged. That's just what it is. And not everybody's going to take and go to the NFL. Not everybody has a storybook. And I just saw Devontae Smith. I don't know if y'all saw that. He bought his mama a house. Man, that was sick, man. That was awesome. But that's not everybody's story. So how great would it be if you have Joe Smith who went to, say Sacramento State, but he only gets $40,000. But guess what? He just paid off all his mom's debt, so now she can get a house, or he's able to take his dad who's dying of cancer to Tahiti. I'm just throwing out some examples, just, open up your mind, like I know people are going to disagree and ready to hit the unlike button, but just open up your mind that, hey, some people are really going to benefit from this. So instead of just giving it to big businesses and them profiting and some of these guys, you know, they're not that smart. So once they get that injury, teachers are going to stop taking and passing the grades for them. You know what I mean? Just keep an open mind.
Well, Doug, I mean, something that they ain't talking about is, a lot of these student athletes are actually their fathers, man. They got kids already. Some of them is married and stuff like that. I mean, you see them more and more that these young kids they're coming out of college with families, or with whole families already, intact, ready to provide for. So them being able to provide while being able to continue to play the sport that they love and hit the books, and not have to worry about, hey, some other kind of income to make all that situation work back home. I think you're going to get a better student athlete, a more focused student athlete, because that's one thing less that they have to worry about. Like, hey, how's my baby going to eat? How are we going to get the bills paid? I mean, people act like these kids just don't have bills. I mean, I went to college, I had bills. Mike did some college, he had bills too. So it's just because you go to school doesn't mean all that stuff magically disappears. Real life it's going to happen to you.
Exactly. And think too, there's I don't know how big it is or how many millions is involved in it, but there's blackmailing that takes and happens. You look at Laremy Tunzel with the gas mask. I know y'all remember that. He ticked somebody off. And, he seems like a great guy, by the way. I'm not trying to assassinate his character, but he ticked somebody off and someone blackmailed him on draft day. You know what I mean? So, and you're going to see a lot less, I hope at least, a lot less situations like that where, there's not, I hate to say underground crime or anything like that, because it's really not a crime. Some guys just need to sign some football cards so they could give their baby some food. It's not that complicated. You know what I mean? So awesome, man. Thank you guys so much for your opinions on that.
Time to tune in. Now another sports center. It's a movement.